identify as the issues in run defense in this game?
Well, I think the issue, I can't point anywhere, but directly at preparation and how we execute stuff, which ultimately, like I look at on me, I thought, we had a good plan, thought we got some stuff fixed. We've known the issues we've had, and we thought that we're prepared for this, and clearly we weren't. Like, I think we were outgained 200 yards in the run game collectively from the two sides of the ball. That is not good enough. You'll rarely win, if ever. We had a shot because we were +2, but bottom line is that on top of you have critical mistakes at critical points in the game, whether they're penalties or the critical situation MAs where we're giving up. I think that there's a 4th down and the last touchdown. So bottom line is that is not good enough. We are a much better team than letting a 17-0 lead eviscerate. So we will be extremely focused on getting that stuff corrected immediately because we have no time to waste.
Bell plays instead of Hubbard. Was that any factor in this?
Yeah, I mean, apparently it didn't matter. And I think that's something that in the National Football League, if you expose yourself and we can't get it right during the game, they're going to continue to do the least risky thing, and you can't. It's not how you win football games in this league. So we have to figure that out immediately, and I'll start on the plane and move into tomorrow and throughout the week, so we can be ready to play a Chargers team that will see the tape and go into the game trying to run it just like they did.
Mike, you were able to get some stuff going in the middle of the field with Waller down, and then Julian Hill a little bit, and then that evaporated. Mm-hmm. And then you go 5 punts in a row. What changed?
Well, I think anytime you have any productivity in this league, they make adjustments as well. The critical things were we were in a ton of 3rd and longs because we got 0 or no production. On the run opportunities, you're trying to be balanced as you can. You're trying to understand, or understanding that if they know you're going to pass every play, you probably won't have production that way. So we got no rhythm. I think we got a couple first downs in that whole collection of time. But the main thing was they just said, we're going to stop your run game with our front, and they did. So they committed everybody else to the back end to the pass, and unless you're going to take 50-50 ops on receptions versus pick, that's not a good idea. You have to establish stuff on the line of scrimmage, and clearly whatever we're doing, I could have done a better job. Any play that I would have picked, other than the ones that I was calling, I guess, stand a chance to be productive. But you're not going to get far if you can't establish the line of scrimmage.
On the other side of the ball, rushed for 240 some odd yards. Running backs run for 200 yards. Took a lot of time off the clock, and although they were punting and stuff, but it all affected. Absolutely. That was probably the biggest effect.
Absolutely.
Of this football game.
No, I think you hit the nail on the head. We had time of possession in our favor in the first half, and absolutely did not have it in the second. I think that is something that at any game during the course of the season can go that way if you allow it. So you can't try to win football games and make mistakes and hope that the time runs out. You have to go win the game. And today we did not.
Was it psychologically a game like this where, you have the emotions, you come out, you're ahead, and then all of a sudden what happens. How do you dig out of that and motivate and get ready for it? Because the game's not going to stop.
No, the one takeaway that I did receive during the games, there was not splintering, there was not phases, being frustrated with each other. Everybody wanted to make a play, and wanted to play 11 people as one. And I think that losses are tough, but who really cares? Like that, we deserve for it to feel terrible. And in that, you find out exactly who people are. I have confidence in who the people are in the locker room and the coaching staff, and led by me. We have to. No one cares about our feelings, and that is a hard one to deal with, but it should be. It's just as if not more, for everybody that decides to cheer for us and turn on the TV. So that's not acceptable. Will never be. And when you win plus minus and you have a 3-score lead, you have to lean on an opponent in both on both sides of the ball on the line of scrimmage, and we were incapable. So I'm going to get back to the drawing board and fix that immediately.
What needs to be stressed to this defense? Is it physicality? Is it something schematic in run defense?
I think all things aren't on the table. What I was frustrated with is I thought we had similar issues at the beginning of the Jets game, and I thought within the game we tightened up considerably. Considering like aforementioned, we gave up probably on handoffs the same amount the rest of the game as we did the first drive. So you're hoping that you can build on some momentum. Schematically and from a technique perspective, we have to get guys playing on the same page. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You don't give up that many line of scrimmage yards without, or unless you're uncoordinated in certain ways. That I need to make sure that guys don't fray and try to handle it themselves. We collectively need to build a wall, and if play calls need to change for that to occur, then play calls need to change. But it can't continue to go on like this, and it's already gone on too long. So we'll get back to the drawing board. And in the National Football League, no one cares about your feelings. You lose a game like this, you better come together and from the foundation out, you need to build on our sound things that we believe in, that we know that our players are good at, and they everyone needs to be accountable and attack, and not wallow. And my expectation is no one will do that.
Mike, I know you said that you didn't sense any splintering within the team during the game. Did you feel maybe complacency at all? Not within, but did you feel complacency within the team? To be quite honest, I was, that's something I consider on the front end of a 3-score lead. This year we hadn't had that. We'd had a 2-score before, and so I was monitoring that live, making sure that guys didn't lose their edge, and I didn't feel like it I thought we were one drive away, and we had some good answers in offensively, and then ultimately we didn't, and that just happened in succession. I was worried about guys, kind of from a focus standpoint, kind of packing it in, but I didn't feel that. Now it remains to be seen. The tape never lies with that regard. So if I've seen guys less tenacious, or choosing not to do the same things that were occurring in the 0-0, 3-0, 10-0, and 17-0 portions of the game, we'll have a gigantic problem that you can't. We were verbalizing it, and I didn't feel it. However, we couldn't evolve within the game on both sides of the ball. So I've got to give a plan of action, and we got to attack that starting first thing tomorrow.
We understand
Last question.
Terrell Dodson was out with a head injury. Like a 2-for-1 hit him, and Jalen Wright the decision to go inactive.
So the T-Dot, I have to get some more information. You're correct on he was pulled because of a head. I don't know where and when. It was just communicated to me. And then Jalen Wright was not something that we were totally planning on, but we felt we needed the body for the two other phases. So we went heavy on defense and special teams, and it wasn't an indictment on Jalen. Had a great conversation with him this morning about the whys and what fors. So I'm expecting him to have a outstanding practice week to prepare to go ahead and be involved against the Chargers.